welcome to episode 1 of The Dirt Kitchen. Now this is by no means a cooking show, but as riders we get really hungry, so we're going to be cooking up all sorts of crazy things along the way. I'm just in from cutting the very first laps on the new track. I've basically set the world's fastest time because it's the only ever recorded time on this 2019 Suzuki RMZ-250. Now this is obviously wheeled straight out of the showroom floor. The only thing we've done is put a set of Pirelli Scorpion MX32 tyres on it. Now these are ultimately the control tyre, so every motorcycle that turns a wheel on this track will be running these Pirellis. We're going to be picking random motorcycles, both new and old, and running hot laps on them around the test track. I'll be bringing in guest riders from all over the country and perhaps even the world. But anyway, I've got a special guest for you guys. He's a good friend of mine. He's an icon of Australian off-road, enduro and desert racing. Yeah, baby! Welcome to the farm, mate. We're going to just throw you straight in the deep end here. You've got 2 laps warm up, get a good look at the track, and once that helmet camera goes on, it's on. You lay down your best time.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to be here actually. Like, I've watched a lot of videos over the last few years as you've built this place, so pumped at this opportunity, and we'll get out there and see what I can do on this little Suzuki.
On it. Man, used to look up to this guy before I knew him in the magazines and all the rest, and he's been winning everything as long as he's been riding bikes, and you know, we're mates now. I've seen him race all over Australia, and he's had some big wins, big highs, huge lows and injuries and that, and it's quite amazing to just see him here ripping up my farm. I love it. I think you just smashed me lap record, Grubbo.
Hopefully.
No, looking good, mate, looking good. How easy is this thing to ride?
Yeah, I had a ball. I gave it everything I had, but for just jumping on a new 250F motocrosser, I'm impressed. Like,
it's so predictable straight up, isn't it? Eh?
Yeah, that's the thing for me. It's really sure-footed. I had really good feeling for what the front and the rear tyre was doing. And
they feel quite long and stable, yet they turn unbelievably, don't they?
They do.
They've nailed that recipe.
No, and it's been for a long time. Like, it goes back to, I think, 1992 for me. My first Australian title was won on an RM80.
Wow.
And it's a trait that they had back then. Like,
they've kept it
Yeah.
throughout all their models.
Yeah,
you
like
think?
turn like a demon, and
Yeah, wow.
and this thing's no different.
Once you're revving it and you're on it, it hauls ass, doesn't it? It's not like it's underpowered once you're moving.
Definitely, like mid-range to top end is where it shines. Obviously, there's pros out there that do use more power.
Yeah, exactly.
But like when I'm not racing full time and that, this thing's more than enough.
I
so.
know, and like it makes me feel like I can still ride.
Yeah,
Still
well, that's
quite
why
fast.
I did a few corners where I nailed them perfect.
Yeah.
And then like, oh yeah, maybe I should race again. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
you
So.
get excited, don't you? Has having kids and the injuries you've had changed your whole direction with racing?
It has. Like, I'm not gonna lie and say it hasn't. Like, it has. Like the first, what I class as my biggest main injury, breaking me back.
Yeah.
In 2012 at Condo Rally, it definitely changed things. Like I always knew racing rallies and stuff when it's what I class as a little bit uncontrolled. I knew that one day there's a chance I'll hit something big, and it did. It happened. So
Yeah.
so I try to I shy away from races like that a little bit these days. Like if it's not in a close sort of track,
Yeah.
or if I know the cars haven't raced through or something, I'm not real
Yeah.
keen on it.
Yeah.
Just for the fact of I know what can happen, and the fact I've got two little boys now. Like
Yeah.
I love coming home to them, and I don't doubt my ability on a motorbike. Like I still ride and don't think I'll do anything what I class as unsafe, but I try and stay away from events where I'm opening trails at 160 and dodging wildlife. So.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Bravo, catch.
Soldier up, mate.
This is his first Fink. He is the first king of the desert that has never ridden the race before in 23 years. Since 1987 we haven't had a winner that hasn't ridden the event before. He's currently leading the Australian Off-Road Enduro Series and is the Australian 4-day Enduro champion, a 22-year-old Toby Price. Toby, how does it feel to be king of the desert?
Oh yeah, it's awesome. I've got no words to describe it.
He was always going to be like the biggest threat, the guy to knock you off your Desert King perch, wasn't he?
Yeah, pretty much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To me, two of the greatest Fink battles that no one ever got to see was you and Toby. You never actually got to race each other to the finish.
No.
I recall a couple of years later, he always credited you as like the Desert King because he never actually got to fair and square beat you, because either you crashed out or broke the bike, or he did the same.
Yeah, so basically we both broke our bikes at the point of having a showdown to race home from Fink. So.
Exactly, you never...
Yeah, me and Grabbo were battling there for the first 30, 40 Ks, and old Grabbo's bike seemed to have a little bit more top end than mine. Just on them big straights, and then he started pulling away and pulling a bit of a gap. And
Really?
Yeah, so I just like cruising along. I just thought I'll try and make up my time in the whoops. I just thought I'd be able to try and muscle my way through there a little bit better. And
Toby's bike stopped in a similar area to yours last year.
Yeah, that's it. That number one stopped again, but no, I'm really wrapped. Like the KTM's been running great for me. I've had a really good run down. Obviously had a little crash yesterday and the hands hurting a little bit today, but there was no dramas really.
Give you times, 1:58.14 yesterday to put yourself in front, 2 hours 45 coming home today, 3 hours 58.59 for the round journey. How do you rate this one in the 4 wins you've had in this great race?
It gets tougher every time. The boys are getting quicker and quicker.
3 minutes, 9 seconds is the world record, Grabbo. Let's see what you got.
That actually is top gear up there.
Yeah, there's nothing left, is there? When you hit that jump, flying. Okay, what do you got? 3:06, get 3 seconds.
Lucky.
You've just smoked me on my own track. That's it for episode 1 of The Dirt Kitchen, guys. And remember, if you like these episodes, don't forget to subscribe to my channel And in the comments section, you can name which rider and what bike you'd like to see in future episodes. If we can calm it down a bit and make it more enjoyable to ride and maybe a tad safer, then I think she can stay on the farm.